of New Mexico has 180 miles of fencing.
Sometimes some things do get better.
Yes.
Some
Eventually.
programs do work.
How about the rain? Is it going to be better?
Yeah.
You guys, seriously, you'd think we talked about this. Take a look at this right here. Sometimes things do get better.
Oh, wow.
Around the Sacramento Mountains.
Progress.
Over spring and winter, we were 90% below norm. Remember that? We've talked about how bad.
That. It was awful, yeah.
Terrible. Fire danger's terrible, everything else. Let's take Cloudcroft. How have they done so far in the month of July? They've gotten 5.66 inches of rain. That's an unbelievable number. Now, admittedly, 1 inch of this, or at least, well, see, 4 inches of it came in one day, and the 1.66 beyond that came in a stretch throughout the month. But still, this is huge progress, and things are getting better there. Not necessarily across the state as a whole, and this is still a reminder that we've got the Las Conchas volcano off to the north. That's the way it looked earlier this morning. Had a little St. Helens look to it. Don't always want to see that, but amazing stuff. We always appreciate your pictures and your calls on that checking in. 84 degrees in the metro area. Winds out of the southeast at 8 miles an hour. Across the north, 70s and 80s. Down to the south, mainly 80s as well right now. And we'll see these temps continue to slide back throughout the night tonight as the cloud cover starts to dissipate across the state. We don't have a lot of moisture in place. We didn't today, and we probably won't in a huge way tomorrow, but we'll at least, I think, have a little more tomorrow than we had today. But coming up from the south, we're thinning out all that moisture here. So what we're going to get over the next couple of days is a couple different things going on here. More of an easterly and southeasterly flow of air here. That's going to give us best chance of showers across southern New Mexico, especially by the time we hit Sunday. And here in the metro, we have a steering flow that's going to be a little more out of the east here. What does that mean? Well, if we form a few storms over the east mountains, we could push them right into the valley. I'm not saying it's going to be a situation where we're all going to get soaked and it's going to be a very good weekend here for storms. I don't think it necessarily will be, but with a steering flow from east to west, that could really help us. So watch the Sandias and Manzanos over the weekend. If you start seeing the big-time storms bubble up there, know that we're going to have a chance to get wet in the valley. But here's why we're not completely excited here. The monsoon checklist, some things are good, some things are not. We have our heat low over Arizona, which we like to see in place during monsoon season. That helps get us moisture. High pressure, it's too far to the north. It is to our east, but it's so far to the north, we're not able to get that real deep moisture over the state. So that is what we're going to be missing throughout the weekend. So it's not necessarily the kind of setup that we would love to see. We'd love deeper moisture over the state. But again, watch the southern portions of New Mexico, especially the southwest quadrant from essentially probably the Sacramento Mountains all the way through the Boot Heel and up into areas like Gallup. That's where the deepest moisture will be in place for us. So it's not a great monsoon setup this weekend, but at least we'll have a shot at some showers and hopefully a few in the metro. 90 Durango, 94 in Cuba, 92 in Gallup. Partly cloudy with some spot storms out there as a possibility. A little deeper moisture comes into the Four Corners next week. Over to the south and west. Tomorrow, we're going to see some isolated storms around. Better chance of heavier rain coming up on Sunday across areas like Grant County. Over into the southeast, going to be warm tomorrow. Temperatures in the high 90s and triple digits. A few storms will be a possibility, and we'll see a few more try to leak their way on in by Sunday on the wings of that southeasterly flow of air. 85 and more, 94 in Springer, and 89 in Las Vegas. You guys up in the northeast aren't going to see a tremendous amount of action over the next 3 or 4 days. The chance at showers sits at about 15 or 20%. 91 Taos, 90 in Santa Fe, 80 in Angel Fire. Scattered showers over the mountains over the next couple of days. Down to the East Mountains, 83, well, how about 93 in Tajaras, 89 in Cedar Crest, and finally right here in the metro, our temperature is going to be in the high 90s for tomorrow. Some spot showers out there and a little better shot on Sunday. So again, watch the Sandias and Manzanos, you guys. If we can tower up some of those big storms, we could grab one here.
Maybe Cloudcroft could loan us some of that water.
I mean, unbelievable. Cloudcroft making up some deficit. Big
Good
time.
stuff, you guys.
Yep.
All right, we'll be right back with your sports.